John, there's very seldom a dull moment watching Accrington at the moment. Another high-scoring game, another point on the board. Is there a feeling in your dressing room you should be celebrating 3 points tonight rather than the one, though?
I'm furious, to be honest. I'm furious that we go to sleep for two throw-ins in a minute. First one, you know, we know our jobs. They're given the jobs on the training ground. The man who's screening the first man has to go and take the thrower. He switches off, he gets sucked to the ball gets stopped back to his man, crossed in, and then, you know, that's a bit of a fluke the way it's gone in. Things come off his shoulder, but, you know, he has a habit of scoring against us, unfortunately, and we should deal with the cross better, but the cross shouldn't come in. And, you know, Jordan knows his job, and he knows he's made an error for it.
First half, I think the only notes I wrote were in the Accrington column. You seem to be having all of the chances and scored on the stroke of half time, but I guess it's no consolation when you kind of throw it away, is the insinuation you're making.
Well, they never laid a glove on us in the first half, and you know, people go on about Akafemba, and he's a good player, but he was totally ineffective in the first half, and we allowed him the chance to be effective because we allowed him to put balls into our box. The second goal is it's pathetic. You know, all the players are convinced he handled it, but the ball should never ever make its way to his chest, ever. And you know, we've got experienced players there who've switched off, gone to sleep, ball watching, and so for it to happen once, possibly unlucky, twice as careless, you know, in a minute, and then all your hard work is undone. You know, we've absolutely battered them for 45 minutes. Never come out this second half, to be honest, the way I wanted us to start. And then Matty's got us back in the game with a great header. Again, we're unlucky that we hit the post again. And then, you know, the game could have gone either way because they're just playing to put the ball in your box. They're playing for free kicks. They're playing for throw-ins. They play a yardage game, and it's effective. You know, I wouldn't for 1 second try and criticise the way they play, because that's effective for them, and it's been done well all season for them, and they're in above us on the table. I personally couldn't play that way, but we allowed them to do that. We didn't allow them to do it in the first half. Second half, we invited them onto us a bit too much, and they had the aerial threat that they've got, and they used it to their advantage.
Does it show the belief your players have got, this little unbeaten run, that you did get back into it and might have gone on and won it?
Well, you've got to give Matty credit for that, and the players credit, to be honest, because they did keep going right to the end. But that's a game that, you know, anyone looking from outside in will, you know, if it was a boxing match, we'd have won on points, wouldn't we, comfortably? So, but it's not a boxing match; it's a football match, and it's all about goals. And we've just got this habit at the moment. We've rediscovered our scoring touch, but we've got this habit of conceding stupid goals, and that's come to hurt us again today.
Night for Sean Clare to remember, his first Football League goal.
Smashing goal. I thought he was really lively in the first half. Tired a little bit in the second half. But you know, I mean, I can't be too critical of players because we've put in two big shifts. Worked ever so hard on Saturday, even though I thought we could play better. But today, we've just been done by two really poor lapses of concentration, and no, that's something that we have to address.
And the point you've gained means it's 6 points clear of the bottom two now. Is that a big psychological boost, i.e. 2 victories to reel you in?
Well, yeah, but we've just got to, you know, focus on trying to win our games, and it's disappointing because that game was there to be won tonight, and we've done the hard part by taking the lead. And I know they've got to commit more men forward in the second half, and they did, but that left us the space to count on them, and we weren't bright enough to counter tonight. Once we scored the equaliser, I thought we'd go on and win it, but apart from one that Jordan's at the post, and we've had a couple of skirmishes and a shot, and they've had a couple themselves, so, you know, probably, I wouldn't say it's always a fair result, but I can understand why they'll think they've done enough to get a point.